warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Before I start my presentation, let me introduce myself. My name is Ratu Wandari. I'm from Semarang State University. On this opportunity that has been given to me, I will present my article with the title is The Effectiveness of the Fipronil and Imidacloprid Active Substance to Control Liver Ends or Ocular Smaragdina. Okay, first, we will talk about the introduction. River ants or Oecophilas maragdina are insects belonging to order Hymenoptera. However, the presence of these ants in residential area can cause problems for the community. The trade of pests in a hotel environment can cause economic loss on a large scale. Therefore, Oecophilas maragdina are important insect pests to control, and control can be done by several methods, like spraying and baiting. In general, Indonesian people carry out chemical control using the spraying method. This method is considered easier to carry out, but it causes a lot of residues that are harmful to human health and the environment. One of the self-labor and control techniques is baiting. Feeding technique is carried out by providing bait, which is combination of several nutritional food and chemical compounds. In social insects such as ants, baiting is an effective pest control technique to provide insecticides to individuals who cannot find their own food, such as larvae and reproductive cats. Some chemical compounds that are often used are fipronil and imidacloprid. An important factor in the success of a baiting technique is finding the bait combination that Weber and prefer. So this study aims to analyze the comparison of the effectiveness of the active substance fipronil and imidacloprid used to control the Weber ants or Oecophilas maragdina. The research is expected to provide information about the most effective active substance used as a poison bait mixture so that it can be used in the development of methods for controlling Weber ants. First, we will talk about the method. First, preparation of the insect. Sampling was carried out before the feeding process took place. The samples taken were weaver ants living in several hotels in Semarang, Central Java. The study was carried out in repetition for its treatment. Second, making toxic bait. Toxic bait was made by weighing 300 grams of phagostimulant and add 3 milli its fipronil and 3 milli of imidacloprid. Third, bait effectiveness test. A test arena is placed 100 Weber ants. The parameter measure for bait effectiveness is the mortality of Weber ants. For Weber ants, the mortality rate was observed every 6 hours. Next, measurement of environmental factor. The environmental factor observed in the study were temperature, humidity, and light intensity indoors and outdoors. Plus, data analysis. Data analysis was carried out using SPSS software with one-way ANOVA and probate analysis of insect pests LT50 and LT90 to determine the relationship between time and the mortality. Okay, next is result and discussion. Table 1 contains the mortality percentage data after treatment using baiting with a combination of the active substance fipronil for 6, 12, 18, and 24 hours. The table above shows that baiting with a combination of active substance fipronil is very effective in killing Oecophilas maragdina. Table 1 shows that within 3 hours of observation, the average percentage of ant mortality was 34.5%, meanwhile, at 12, 18, and 24 hours of observation, the average mortality percentage had reached 100%. Table 2 contains data on the percentage of mortality of but it takes a longer time than the active substance fipronil. Table 2 shows that within 24 hours of observation, the average percentage of mortality is 100%. The length of time required by baiting with a combination of fipronil to kill 50% of Oikopilus maragina ants was 6.31 hours, while for the active substance imidacloprid was 13.47 hours. Meanwhile, the LD90 value indicate that the length of time required by baiting with fipronil and imidacloprid to kill 90% of Oikopilus maragina ants was 11.21 hours and 33.28 hours. The results obtained in the study indicate that the active substance fipronil and imidacloprid can cause 100 deaths in Oikopilus maragina ants. However, the active substance fipronil provides more effective results when compared to the active substance imidacloprid. The number of deaths reached 100% within the observation time of 24 hours with use of the active substance fipronil. This shows that the active substance fipronil is very toxic, works relatively quickly and effectively to kill ants than the use of imidacloprid. So the conclusion is the use of baiting combined with the active substance fipronil and imidacloprid is safer and easier to apply. The active substance fipronil caused the highest average mortality of insects, pests, and was more effective in controlling weaver ants, Oikopilus maragina, compared to imidacloprid. That's all from me. Thank you for your attention.